Yes, y'all. Ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy Abe1os, and I'm here again. It's been a long time coming. I have been working, and I best believe you guys know what that means. Been trying to put in, connecting, been trying to make sure that I have this learning that I needed. As much as you're practicing something, it's also good to learn. It's also good to take the time to learn. It's also, good to refreshing yourself in different aspects. Okay, so that's what I've been at, man. That's what I've been doing for some time now, and to God be the glory. I'm back in a better place, and hoping that we could go a long way in understanding the essence of what a believer is doing. A believer, everyone often see. What does a believer, everyone often see, does, and what does a belief that everyone offers something has to offer? So today I'm gonna be talking about the Vision Project, the album, tracks on the album. First of all, starting from the first track on the album, which is Nation. But first of all, okay, let me just maybe 30 seconds and ask a question. There's something that has really been troubling, or shall I say, has really been amazing to me. And it's a question. It's a question, right? I'm trying to understand this because I don't know how to get the answers. Who am I going to ask that question, and who is in a better position to respond to this question? So the question is, as a person, as a believer, as a man, what is your goal? What is your end goal to know how to cook good? To know how to cook proper meals, to know how to make stellar meals. What are you getting at with that? Because as a man myself, I try, I know how to cook. At least I know how to cook spaghetti, indomie, rice, and a few other things. But I'm not that good. For me myself personally, not being so good in cooking is like saying, well, I'm just trying to rush it up so I can get to do some other things. I don't really have to settle for that much because come on, and as being the only child, or the only son, I wasn't allowed to like go and just cook, so I didn't really be a pro in it. But then I know that there are men who know how to cook very good, and I have one right now. Like, the experience is just amazing. Every meal is done out of love. You can really feel that. And so it makes me just wonder, what is the goal? For a woman, you would say, well, she's cooking good so that she can, a man would say, I heard this girl knows how to cook, and so that's a good wife material. She knows how to take care of someone, and she knows how to nourish the family, because that's the role of a woman. But for a man, I don't think you would leave the parlor when everyone is sitting down and go into the kitchen just to cook a nice meal just because you know how to cook well. I don't think that's going to, right? And so for any man who is thinking, no, 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 I will be good so that I can, no, please, for the brotherhood, for the sake of the brotherhood, keep those kills, man. you know, keep it for maybe when you got a disaster, you're trying to run away and just survive. Then you can cook good for the people there. So I'm just trying to. I'm wondering because it's good to be good in what you do. Okay, that is for me. That's what stands out is that you're a man, you know how to cook good, because it is a good thing to know how to eat well and everything. So shout out to the best chief cooks, man. Shout out to the best chefs all over the world who are men, who are doing their amazing job. Kudos to you, man. Like I would want to be like you when I grow up. But like it's good to know how to do something well, to nourish, to bless, and to be proud of yourself also, to give yourself that reward, that pat on the back and say, yeah, people are really enjoying my meal, so that's a good one. So yeah, I just had to bring that up, man. It's a question, but I felt that it was really necessary. As a believer, we should take things seriously. Whatever we do, we should be trustworthy in whatever we do. Okay, we want God. I mean, we trust God, and we want people to be trustworthy also. So we should also be that. I think that's what it means. I think that's the essence of it. So talking about Nation on the album, what is the story behind Nation? What is the motivation behind Nation, the track I composed myself, Abel Nando Mali. Uh, Together we, sang, performed the song with Israel Ochibo, amazing artist and producer. For me, Nation is it came at as the first song. Why? Because any beginning starts as a unit. Okay, so nation to me is like a family. Is a family. Is what brings all these other songs in the album together. Nation is a representation of people coming together and becoming one at the same time. Jacob, how Jacob became that nation promised from Abraham, his father, and then Isaac. They started small. Abraham just had one child. Isaac had, two children. And so we saw the nation really fulfilling in the time of Jacob all the way down to me now. So the reason for that being the first track in the album is that it represents everyone else, every other song that comes, and every other being really a believer that everyone often see is starting from the nation. He comes from the nation, and so his walk. I think at the skits there was a part that says, Israel knows how to produce for the nation, Abel knows how to rap for the nation. Why? Because we are one. We come together and we do this whole community, this whole people, this tribe that subscribe to God, and God blesses, because that's the essence of any family really flourishing. Why does a family flourish? It is because of the blessing of God on that family, that anointing, that oil that is poured on the head of, like in the Bible, it talks about Aaron in Psalm chapter 133, the anointing oil that being poured on the head of Aaron, that flows down to his beards, all the way to his garments and to the sole of his feet. So we see that a beginning starts from one, and that one now, illuminates and ripples. It's like a ripple effect that it goes to, surround everyone and intoxicate, not intoxicate, sorry, contacts everyone, and it's contagious. It's contagious, right? So yep. So it is contagious to everyone, because that's what light does. That's what glory does. Glory takes over the place, takes over space, um, and so that's what God does. When He poured that blessing on Abraham, it flowed all the way. I think Psalm 133 explains it very well when it said, the anointing oil, the anointing of the Lord was poured on Aaron's head, and it flowed all the way to his beards and to the garment and all the way to the sole of his feet, because that's the blessing of God. It takes over everything and dominates. So that nation now, that one nation, being the first track on the album, took over the whole, space, the whole album. It blessed every other song. And we have songs like Benjamin, right? That is also a name, is a tribe of Israel also, and it's also the leader, the prime minister of Israel. But then it talks about how powerful and how strong these people have been, and so everyone has a role to play. Abel has a role to play. Every other person does, and so it is that offering that is like an oil that is poured on your head, that it goes all the way down, and it's expected that with that formula, now that oil is like a formula, that when you apply that formula, it goes all the way. It's the glory right now. You're spreading that glory with everyone, and it's a ripple effect. So it contacts. It becomes contagious to everyone, and so that person now shares what you already have, or what you have already passed on. So, and that's the power of music too, being spiritual, is that it transforms a person, it convicts a person. That's a spirit right there that is doing the work. So that's what Nation is to me. I believe the rest of the song speaks for itself. So, right before I go, I would just like to, rap about, the first verse on the Nation track composed by Abe1os, and it goes like this. Salvation is a time before death I bring the truth to you, so don't choke on these teas. My life broke, my heart woke to this, please. So don't try to kill my vibe with no degree. I studied hard, practiced maths and calculus. Holy Bible turned cold like ice, miraculous. Wincelos just got married. How long do I tarry? Haven't met Sarig in 10 years like Larry. Should I plan on relocating or just marry? My life been unstable. I need money. I need honey. I need power to make money and get honey advice from a wise man in the foolish land. God, please take me back. I just can't understand. In the foolish land, God, please take me back. I just can't understand. So that understanding has been made clearer because I see the reason why I'm doing this. It has been to the glory of God, executing that which God has gifted me with, and also transforming lives. People listen to it and they share to me, I mean, how it has convicted them and how much it has also inspired them. Songs in the album. So that blessing has been activated, and it's blessing people. It's blessing people. So I thank God for this song, blessing you as well, listener and the viewer right now. And I pray that God will continue to use each and every one of us. It's not just me doing music and everything. Everyone else has something to offer. And that's what you offer when you're right on the social media, on the internet, and you have something to talk about. It is all about that offering. So may God help us to continue to offer our gifts for His glory so that His glory will really be made known. Someone said, the glory of God is the weightiest weight in the universe and beyond. So let His glory come. Let His glory rest upon us, and let His glory rest upon everyone. So may God bless you all. I go by the name of Abe1os, and I'm signing out. Peace. Until next time. Thank you.